things got heated between Keyshawn Davis and Bill Haney.
They know, I know, they some hoes. Nobody else
Use a hoe,
opinion.
nigga. Me, nigga, use a hoe, nigga. You hoe ass nigga. Yeah, fuck you and all them niggas. Nigga, everybody that you with, nigga. Nigga, ain't nothing hoe about us.
Oh, Bill. I said, if y'all don't fight me, y'all some hoes.
Nigga, so if Shakur don't fight, what is he?
Teacher, pick me. I know the answer. I know the answer, teacher. A whole ass nigga. Yeah. Yeah, that's the answer. Come on, Keyshawn. That's the answer. Huh? Now, look. This been a fight that they've been talking about for quite some time. We seen Bill Haney step up to Keyshawn Davis during the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez weigh-in. And that could have been a possibility. I remember I spoke to I had a short conversation with Devin Haney, and he didn't think that he was going to be fighting the winner of Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. But things has opened up. They tried to get the Rolly fight. Didn't come through fruition. Shakur Stevenson, I thought, he was going to be fighting Ryan Garcia because he stepped inside the ring after Ryan Garcia beat Mario Barrios. Or not step inside the ring, but he was outside. That didn't come through fruition. And it seems like there's money in the pot. Money in the pot, that turkey, I believe. When you see Bill moving like that, it's because there's some money. But the type of money that they could get is either fighting Shakur Stevenson and maybe Keyshawn Davis. But of course, it's like I said before, look, the matchup between Shakur versus Devin Haney, the matchup, stylistically, in my opinion, for me, is not the best stylistically matchup, Shakur versus Devin Haney. But the legacy and the accomplishments and pound for pound versus pound for pound, yes, is the best fight on paper. But stylistically, I do think Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis is a better fight. I do think that Keyshawn Davis versus Shakur Stevenson stylistically is a better fight. But I truly think that Keyshawn Davis is putting a cap on his potential greatness. You know what I'm saying? I think the friendship between him and Shakur Stevenson, whether outside of the sport of boxing, could be a great thing, a beautiful thing, whatever it is. But when it comes to their careers, I think it's holding Keyshawn Davis back. You know what I'm saying? It seems like Shakur Stevenson is controlling his career or controlling his destiny when it comes to the sport of boxing. Of course, we all know that Keyshawn Davis is in the mandatory position to face Devin Haney, but also Keyshawn Davis was in mandatory position in the 140-pound division and faced Shakur Stevenson when Shakur Stevenson beat Teofimo Lopez. So, in my opinion, if I was Keyshawn Davis, I would have gone after Shakur Stevenson because at the end of the day, where Shakur Stevenson is at right now in the pound-for-pound list, right? All roads lead to Shakur Stevenson right now, and it's the reason why Devin Haney feels like, I could fight Shakur Stevenson on the catch weight in 144 because he understands the magnitude of that fight, and it's a legacy fight. And that's why I feel like Keyshawn Davis just go after Shakur because, let's say you get the Devin Haney fight, and just let's say that you beat Devin Haney. I think that's a tough fight right there to that's 50-50 in my opinion. Devin Haney got the more experience and things of that nature, and the last fight that Keyshawn Davis had, it wasn't a statement victory. It was a good victory versus Aldridge. It wasn't a statement victory, but he had other statement victories in his career, especially with the JoJo. I'm sorry, I was gonna say not the JoJo Diaz. What's his name? The Jermaine Ortiz stoppage. You know what I'm saying? That was a good win right there. But I think that if he would have gone after Shakur, if he goes after Devin, and let's say he beats Devin, he's not going to get Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll try to get Richardson Hitchens. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This friendship, you know what I'm saying, is really ticking me off because I don't feel like Shakur Stevenson is going to be fighting Gary Antoine Russell. I don't think that Shakur Stevenson want to fight Richardson Hitchens, his friend. But Keyshawn Davis is willing to fight Richardson Hitchens. You know what I'm saying? They was going back and forth, so I could see that fight. But Richardson Hitchens got a fight coming up in July. And at this point, even if Devin Haney doesn't fight Keyshawn Davis and drops the belt, I don't think that Devin Haney needs at this moment Keyshawn Davis. Unless if that's the money on the table. And the Haneys, if the money on the table, they fight whoever. They don't even win it. If the money's on the table, they'll fight. They'll fight King Kong. That's one thing you can't take away from Devin Haney and Bill Haney. And when we see Bill Haney making his rounds and stuff like that in social media from this platform to this platform, he's on his, you know what I'm saying, Don King promotion hat mode. You feel me? And look, he's one of the best managers in the sport of boxing. I know that he can facilitate good deals he's been facilitating great deals for his son, locking down great deals for his son, even when people feel like, you know what, they got their backs against the wall in certain points of their career. But Bill Haney has done an extraordinary job as a manager. Him and Keith Connolly, to be honest, him and Keith Connolly and Rick Majorian is the best managers in the sport of boxing right now. But Rick, the way they mismanaged that opportunity with Virgil Ortiz. But let's see what happens later on the year. But look, it's a fight that I said before, man. I'm done talking about it because I feel like, you know, these guys are going back and forth and never coming to fruition. But I think there's good money on the table for that for Devin Haney to face Shakur or Keyshawn. I think Devin Haney will take any of these fights because think about it. He was going to take the T.O. fight. He was going to take the Boots fight. He was already talking back and forth with Xander Zayas. You know what I'm saying? I do think that they trying to get that list. Trying to fight whoever they in that list. Hopefully we get the Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney. I feel like Shakur Stevenson should just dare to be great and go to the 147-pound division because, all right, Devin comes back to 144. It probably won't be a title fight. It just feels like Shakur Stevenson is, I don't want to say is timid or afraid or nothing like that, but it's something about Devin Haney that he feels like, yo, it got to be a catchweight 144. I don't understand it. Devin Haney is not a knockout artist. If he was a knockout artist, then I understand. You know what I'm saying? But if he's not a knockout artist, you know what I'm saying, he just could outbox. He could outbox people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's dropped people, but at the end of the day, Devin Haney nor Shakur Stevenson are killers. That's why stylistically, I don't like the fight. I like how both of these guys actually fight with somebody really coming forward, really trying to engage and knock them out. That's where they're at their best. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. I mean, I think Bill Haney and Jay Prince and Turkey Al Sheikh or Dana White could lock in a deal. I don't know if it's a possibility for Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. I know that Keyshawn Davis is still with Top Rank. How that's going to work out, if it goes to a purse bid, how that's going to work out. So I think the easiest fight to make should be Shakur versus Devin Haney. Hopefully they make that fight and we could just quit talking about what the if and if they're going to fight. And I hope that they could just fight right now. I think both of these guys got great momentum. Devin Haney beat Brian Noma Jr., Teofimo Lopez. I mean, and Shakur Stevenson beat Teofimo Lopez. I think both of these guys have great momentum. If Shakur Stevenson wants to be a 5-division world champion, and you could do it at the age of 28, I think he should strive to do it. I'm not, but Devin Haney got the skills and talent to beat both of these guys as well. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think about the back and forth between Bill and Keyshawn. It would be better if it was Keyshawn and Devin or Devin and Shakur going back and forth. Outside of to it, I want to see the vocal, but Bill has done an incredible job of promoting, and Devin, all he has to do is stay in the gym, sharpen up his tools, and continue to be great. I think they got a good formula going on, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. And to be honest, man, leading up to a Shakur Stevenson fight or any other fight that Devin Haney got, I'm looking forward to what Bill Haney has to say because he's a funny dude, bro. He's a funny dude and he know how to promote. One of the best promoters as well in the game. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Who you got winning? Devin Haney versus Shakur, Devin Haney versus Keyshawn Davis. Who you got winning in those fights?